Hello everyone, this is Mr. Berg, principal here at the high school, and I'm going to go through a video with you today on our E21 iPad initiative. This will serve as a student orientation meeting. All students will need to watch this video before they are able to receive their iPad. First of all, a few of the goals of our iPad initiative. First of all, we want to enhance and accelerate learning for kids. We want to use technology to better personalize and individualize instruction for students. We want kids to collaborate and be more engaged in the class. We want to develop 21st century skills so students have these skills as they move on to their next phase after high school. And we want equity for all kids. We want all kids to have access to the great technology that's out there, and that's why we feel it's important that we offer this device to all students. A lot of the common apps that you're going to use this year are shown on this screen, with Schoology being at the center of it, along with Notability. iTunes U is going to be used for you to access all of your textbooks that will be online. Keynote, iMovie, Google Apps, Pages, Explain Everything are all apps that will help you be more creative in the classroom this year. A quick overview, why the iPad? 4 years ago we went through a lot of research, visited a lot of schools to determine what the best device would be. We chose the iPad because it's an all-in-one device. We can use it to put textbooks on the device. Students can use it to take notes, hand those notes back to students, to parents, and also just all the creativity that can occur and the access that kids have 24/7 to the web. It's important to remember this is a school-owned device. We are investing nearly $400. The school, the community, the school board has invested nearly $400 per student to have this tool that can make a real positive impact in the classroom. Kids need to treat it appropriately and with respect. Thirdly, it's important that students are conscious of their digital footprint. Anything that you post or publish online, whether it be words or text or picture, never goes away. Even if you think it's deleted or you delete it 3, 4, 5 minutes, 5 days later, it has been captured and saved by someone online, and that can come back to haunt students. We really want to encourage kids to be conscious of that, make good choices and decisions, and don't put anything online that your parents or grandparents would not want to see. That's a rule of thumb that I think is important for everyone to use, and it allows you to keep a good digital footprint. And then lastly, because the school owns the iPad and device, we have full access to it, meaning our tech support people can see at any time the apps, the history of what's been done on an iPad, and it is not hard for us to find out if students are doing things that they should not be doing, and we will at any time take the iPad and look at that if we have to, and hopefully we do not. Before you receive your iPad, there are two pieces of paper. There are two pieces of paper that you need to turn in. One of them is the iPad protection plan, which looks like this. Your parents have to sign this and select which option they are going to use to give them some security in case there's any accidental breakage with the iPad. As you take care of your iPad, important to remember that ultimately this is your responsibility. It's a school device, but we want you to treat it as if it is your own. Obvious things like do not drop or throw the iPad, even if it's in a bag. Don't just drop it. We've had cases where kids put their iPad in a bag, they think it's safe, they maybe drop their bag, the corner hits in the wrong way, and it causes the device to maybe get a cracked screen. Be conscious of that. Don't mess with other students' iPads. They're not yours, unless you have permission. No need to touch another student's iPad. And if you're ever going to take a picture or video of a student, we're asking and requiring that all students ask permission from that student before they do it. I think that's a common courtesy, and it's an expectation we have here at Lincoln. iPad chargers. These are not included in your protection plan, meaning if they come back damaged or lost, students will be responsible to pay for that at the end of the year. These cords are easy to maintain and last for 3 years if you take good care of them. Do not wrap the cords around the charger. That causes those cords to get damaged easier. Also, students must use an Apple charger, not an off-brand charger. when you turn these chargers in, we are expecting to get an Apple charger back. If you do not use an Apple charger, it can actually damage the iPad. And lastly, bring your iPad fully charged each day to school. Get in a routine, whether it's your kitchen, your living room, charge your iPad before you go to bed each night, so when you wake up, you can bring a fully charged iPad to school. The cases are also not included in the protection plan. We've got new cases this year. We feel really good about them. They're very sturdy, especially around the corners. And when that iPad is enclosed, it should be very, very secure and safe. When you do open the iPad and have access to the screen, the nice thing about these cases is you have access to the glass, which makes it easier to maneuver and manage for students. It also opens up the glass when they are not fully covered, so you need to be careful with that. Whenever you're not using the iPad, make sure that that case is secured. Also, never remove the iPad from the case. They are not easy to put in, and it's easy to damage them when you remove them, so please do not remove the iPad from the case. Use only a microfiber cloth to clean the screen, and never use the spray cleaning solution on an iPad, just use the cloth. If you have any damage at all to the iPad, you must bring that to the tech support area immediately. Do not wait. And if your iPad is damaged, you are required to report that. Don't sit tight and hold on a damaged iPad. That's going to cause us to ask questions as to why you didn't turn that in, and to whether that damage was accidental or not. iPad etiquette. We will have these posters hung in all classrooms this year. 4 simple rules with the iPad. First of all, be responsible. Your iPad is a tool for learning. Create a positive digital footprint every day. Bring your charged iPad to class every day. Check Schoology and email regularly. We will communicate with students via Schoology notifications or email. Teachers will do this, the office will do this, and it's the expectation that kids check those communication methods every day. Use the Schoology calendar, not just when you're in school, but also when you have to miss class. Second rule, be respectful. Give the full attention to the teacher and other students when they're talking. Listen and follow your teacher's directions on iPad use. Every teacher is going to have different procedures and routines with the iPad. That's okay. You need to adhere to whatever those expectations are and follow those teachers' directions. Only record or photograph others with permission, as we discussed earlier. Third rule, be focused. Turn off any distracting notifications that are going to make a noise in your class. Devote your time and attention to learning. No games, no messaging, no texting during class. If that happens, some of the consequences that will follow we'll be talking about shortly, but you need to devote your time and attention to what's going on in class. And lastly, be present. Give your full attention to those who are with you in class. The people in class are way more important than your iPad. The second document that kids will have to turn in is this iPad student and parent agreement form. All students and parents must sign. They must agree to follow the 18 rules that are listed there, as well as the school policies that relate to the iPad. All of these policies, as well as the handbook, are online, and you can view them online at any time. iPad security. We have a bunch of things that help keep the iPad secure. Number one, we have the school filter that prevents inappropriate material from coming through the school internet. The user agreement you sign tells us that you're agreeing to the policies and procedures that we have. The protection plan protects students and families from accidental breakage. A passcode is required by all students because if you're not using the iPad, what that does is it prevents other students from being able to get on your iPad and access your information. The Find My iPad app is used if you misplace your iPad, don't know where it is, that can track your iPad and will allow us to tell us where your iPad is at any time. There's also things like home filters that parents can use on the iPad, and if you're in grades 7 through 9, you will not have access to the App Store. With that, the App Store will be closed for students in 7 through 9. There will be over 100 apps, however, downloaded on the device right away. Do not attempt in any way to try to bypass the App Store. Again, we can see all the apps or all the things that are put on an iPad from a remote location in our tech support area, and we will be able to track that, and students will have consequences if they try that. And students, if you have ideas for apps, let us know. We want to make this the best experience and opportunity that we can, and we don't know everything with the iPad, so if you have a great app that is an educational use to it, let us know, and we'll look at it and see if we can add that to the iPad. Grades 10 through 12 will have access to the App Store. We're doing this because we want you to have access to the real world and be able to make choices and decisions with that App Store as you get older and become more mature students. Obviously, only appropriate school-related apps will be allowed, and if you can't handle the responsibility of having the App Store open, we will simply take that privilege away from you, and we don't want to do that, but we have that ability if we need to. Also, if kids' grades start to slip in grades 10 through 12, we will evaluate each quarter where kids are at, and that App Store being turned off is one of the things we will look to do. Some of the common consequences for any iPad misuse. First, the App Store will be taken away. Secondly, iPad privileges will be removed. We've had cases where kids must check out and check in their iPad daily from the Media Center. More serious offenses like detention or suspension can happen, as well as other consequences. And then, as I mentioned, poor grades will cause the App Store to be removed for students, and we will evaluate that each quarter. In summary, this is a great tool. We are so excited that the school board and our community has supported this one-to-one initiative, because we think it really enhances the learning environment and gives kids a great opportunity to learn and meet the goals that we have for this program. We encourage you to use it appropriately, make good choices, and use this tool to the full potential that we want it to be used in an educational and appropriate manner. And give us feedback. If you have ideas of things that are working or not working, let us know. We want to continue to improve this. Next steps, in order to get your iPad, as a reminder, 2 documents and any necessary check would have to be turned in: the protection plan agreement and a student iPad parent agreement form. So at this time, get those forms ready, and you will follow the next steps in the process to receive your iPad. Thanks again, and hope you have a great school year.